let's get to the fun topic here, man. Let's have a little fun. I brought this up to you guys the last couple of weeks. This is something I wanted to do. Because it's fun, man. And the NBA is always kind of, they always come out, they try to make jersey designs and whether it's going back to the 70s to now, they've experimented with jerseys. You remember the jerseys, man, when the Miami Heat were wearing the all red, the all white. Whether people have mixed opinions on those, but the NBA has always had unique, fun, sometimes awful jersey designs. But yes, let's go
Yeah.
through our top
You,
fives. I'll start with you. Start with
you want to
five,
go?
work your way down.
Okay.
And then maybe at the end we can throw in a few honorable mentions, talk about
Uh-huh.
some ones that didn't make it. So let's start with you, brother.
So at number 5 for me, and this is not a big popular favorite, but is the Charlotte Hornets like 90s jersey with the teal pinstripes.
Mm-hmm.
This jersey that was worn by Muggsy Bogues, Del Curry, Alonzo Mourning.
Yes,
This the
sir.
teal color of it with the Charlotte across, and that whole logo with the Hornets. I think that it's just one of the coolest jerseys to wear. I really love that color too. Like it's just so cool, and it really lights up the team.
The current ones they have now too are
Yeah,
dope in my
yeah,
opinion.
I
They
agree.
kind of resemble those, but they're more modern.
Yeah,
You know?
that's like that was gonna be like some of my honorable mentions for that one. Like the Charlotte Hornets now. For number 4 for me is the Phoenix Suns '90s black jersey,
Ooh,
or you could say
okay.
the purple one with
Yeah, we
this.
can go. We don't got to just go one.
Yeah,
We can go home and away. It's
yeah,
fine. I'm cool with that.
yeah. With the sun like coming across,
Yeah,
worn
Charles
by
Barkley
Charles
days.
Barkley. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the finals. I think that jersey is so dope. Like I said, just the design. I think all my picks might be '90s picks, by the way.
I
Yeah,
like that. No, this is good.
yeah.
I like
But
that.
the jerseys, I felt like were so much like better. Like I don't know. Now it's like now they're picking it up. I feel like there was an era like early 2000s like where it was really bad. They tried doing like the sleeve jerseys and stuff, didn't work.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah.
Yeah. So my number 3, and this might be, too low, is the Grizzlies 90s jerseys back when they were the Vancouver Grizzlies. With the teal, another teal jersey, with the Grizzlies, now the Grizzlies actually wear like a throwback
Yeah,
jersey, they
as they
actually
should.
they wear that teal jersey is just so beautiful, and they got the designs on the sides, on each one with the sleeve, and then you got the big Grizzlies here. And then I think they're like alternate one is like just a giant grizzly in black. I don't know, like a famous one is Mike Bibby. That's I think
Yeah,
that's one of the I think that's one of the most popular in NBA history that people own, and it's Mike Bibby. Like it's just
Mike
funny.
Bibby was the man.
So that is he was a beast.
Yeah,
Remember when he played for Miami Heat? You know,
I do. I do. I remember more when he
yeah,
was like when
towards
he was a
the end of his
king.
career. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was playing with
Um,
Stojakovic and Chris
but
Webber. That's what
yep.
I remember.
So my number 2, and I think this is a popular pick, is the Toronto Raptors '90s jersey with the original Dino.
People
Um,
love that. I don't love
I
that,
love
bro.
it. I love
Really?
it because the purple one, it reminds me of Vince Carter right
Of
away in
course.
the dunk contest, one of the greatest dunk contest performances ever. And Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, that was one of the best duos, in the '90s, early 2000s.
Absolutely.
They lost to our 76ers.
They did.
Yeah, so I think that jersey is a very popular one that people love. People still love to buy that jersey. You see that jersey everywhere. Mostly the purple one. The white one is also tough. I like it as well. I think that it was just the logo part of it and the colors and with the stripes. I
See,
loved it.
those are cool. Those are okay. I don't love them like everybody else
Uh-huh.
does. I'm weird, man. I don't. I like more of like the early 2000s when
Uh-huh.
they played us in like the finals and they had just like the Raptors logo. They're just the Raptors like
Yep.
the letters and like they had the white, purple and like and red.
Yeah. I'm gonna give some honorable mentions before my number one, and I'll just be quick with my honorable mentions. The Denver Nuggets in like '08 to 2012 when they had AI
Oh
and
yeah,
Carmelo,
Mellow.
their
Yeah.
navy blue one with the
Uh,
cursive that said Nuggets. That is one of my favorite jerseys. Also the Miami Heat, the blackout jersey with LeBron, it was just all black that you mentioned earlier. Also,
mhm.
I gotta give, and this one, it was really hard to keep out of my top five. But the Denver Nuggets, the one with the rainbow and the mountains, with the light blue one as well. That jersey is very tough, in the one they wore in the '80s and '90s.
Okay.
So those are some of my honorable mentions. My number one, and I got to do this, the 2000s 76ers
You
jersey,
got that
the
number one.
number
Wow.
one, number
Ever.
one. Number one because AI wore it.
Okay.
Allen Iverson, literally, and if you see this logo right away, you think of Allen Iverson. That's all people think
Yeah.
of. This black jersey with the Sixers logo, all black with red, worn by Iverson, Mutombo, Eric Snow, Aaron McKee, even Iguodala, Corver. This is one of my favorite jerseys ever, and is, I think, the best jersey in NBA history.
Wow.
With
Best
the with
ever.
the with the long shorts below the knees. It really embodied a Philadelphia jersey and was literally probably the most perfect jersey for Allen Iverson. It really just, it was like that is just him. That's his style. That's his type of jersey. And Allen Iverson is my favorite player in NBA history.
Same.
So I'm gonna give him, my number one for the jerseys.
Wow, I respect that list. I think you're
Thank
crazy for putting the Sixers at
you.
number one. I love those jerseys. Uh, it's interesting because Derek Bodner of the Athletic, Sixers writer, uh, someone like tweeted him about like they should bring back those jerseys, and he mentioned this. This is the tweet. I don't have it out in front
Mm.
of me, but I can kind of remember off the top. He said those jerseys age poorly. You only like them because Iverson made them cool.
Exactly.
But he said the jerseys actually aren't good. It's only because Iverson wore them.
Well, I mean, no, they're so tough. I think that I love the all black. I love the logo. I really do. It's like,
I
not
do
your
too.
typical like 76ers type logo. It was literally like, it was made for AI. It really was. And yeah, I can't see another generation wearing it like AI. But I would love to have a throwback with them. Oh, it'd be so tough to see Joel wear it.
Yeah,
And people
I agree
love
with that. They should wear those as throwbacks. Maybe they shouldn't wear them to be their
no,
daily their
no throwbacks. Yeah.
yeah.
But like, I don't get why we don't have them as throwbacks yet. Like the
Yeah.
Raptors brought back their throwbacks, the
Right.
Hornets did,
I
the
mean,
Grizzlies did.
fans are asking
So,
for it, man.
I don't get it. They would literally make so much money off of it. I don't know what is holding them back from it. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they see what Derek Bodner sees. They see that like, oh, no one's going to care for these jerseys because only Iverson can make them cool. But
I would buy one right away.
yeah. Look, listen, that's going to transition to mine. Let's just start with mine. So
Mhm.
in my top, let's go to my top five. Let's start at number five. We're going to start with the Sixers 2001 blue alternates,
Ooh,
specifically the blue.
ooh.
The white and black were fun, and I love those. I've had the same thoughts as you. I'm not going to go to say they were number one jerseys ever. They're probably not even in my top like 40, to be honest with you, bro. I still look, and this pick might be because I'm a little biased, but I remember growing up as a kid. I don't know if you were a Disney Channel kid at all, but for me, coming up like early 2000s, there was this movie called Full Court Miracle. It's about a Jewish kid who played basketball in the Philadelphia area. He was like 11, 12 years old, and he always wore the blue Iverson jersey like everywhere he went. And
Such a
that wasn't the
good
only
jersey.
reason why I love the jersey, but I remember I just that jersey is so dope that it's that color blue, the way the shade it is, it's so dope. And look, this is a little part of me being biased. I had to throw a little bit of biasness in here
Mhm.
because why not? But I had to include the blue jerseys. The blue jerseys were so sick. The white and black were fun too. But the blue, man, if they could bring one of those jerseys from that time period back, bring the blue as an alternate on the road. Those were sick. They were sexy. You can go get them on Mitchell
Good
and Ness's
choice.
website right now if you want. I'm gonna do a little
Good
promotion for Mitchell and
choice.
Ness. So, but no, the blue were so dope to me. They came in at number 5. Number 4, I'm gonna steal one of yours. I forget which one you had them. I think you had number 3. Going with the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Yep.
Specifically the teal ones. The
Hmm.
white and the black were fun too, but those teals were hot, man. John Morant's making them look hot now. I'm glad they're bringing them back. Bryant Reeves, their former center, he made him look hot. He was like a 7'1" white guy, looked like a redneck. He made him look hot too, bro. Those Vancouver Grizzlies jerseys were nasty, and I'm so glad they brought him back as as some alternates. But that's how you do these jerseys. You don't bring them back and make them your number one
Yeah,
jersey. So you
I
make
agree.
them alternates. Number 3, uh, these were freaking hot. Before the Golden State Warriors were the dynasty Golden State Warriors, they had Baron Davis, they had Steven Jackson, they had Matt Barnes,
Oh yes.
Monte Ellis. They were known as the We Believe Warriors in '07 when they beat the Dallas Mavericks in the first round. When the Warriors were an 8 seed and the Mavericks were the 1 seed, and they swept them. Don't know if we're ever going to see that again unless the NBA landscape changes where it's so balanced. But specifically, and I'm going specific again. Specifically, their alternate orange jerseys were hot. So like that whole era from like 2002, 2003 to 2010, 2011, maybe. I think like Steph Curry's first year or two, they were wearing those.
Yep.
Um, they're sexy as shit to me, man. Those
That
orange
Baron
Warriors.
Davis poster with then he lifts his jersey up with the white one. If you
Yeah,
want to go, that was that's iconic. That's a really good pick.
that's a good one. Number 2, I'm going, I guess this is like super late 90s, definitely early 2000s. This is Steve Francis. This is Katino Mobley. This is late, like last year, Hakeem Olajuwon, Houston Rockets, where it was the Rockets logo. I'm trying to think of how to describe this. This is the
Hmm.
Rockets logo. It was planted right like to the bottom, what was that, bottom left of the jersey. And they kind of had like uh patches of like line. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I was
With the
making sure. I'm
rocket
trying to,
shooting up.
but those Rockets uniforms, man, blue and the white, specifically the whites, I really liked. But I'll go blue and white, home and away. Those were nice, dude, in my opinion. Then they switched to the red and white ones when they had T Mac and Yao Ming. Those were fun as well. I think they definitely needed to make a change. I don't think they keep those forever, but for that time period and when they wore them, they were super cool to me. In my opinion,
Hmm.
they were super cool. I just like the way the Rockets logo was on the front like that. So those are my number 2. Number 1, man. Number 1, and I'm kind of upset you didn't mention these because these are my favorite ever. Uh Utah Jazz, late 90s, early 2000s, Karl Malone, John Stockton. I
Yep.
think they kind of brought him back as alternates. I actually don't like that they brought him back as alternates every now and then with Ed Mitchell, and I think they
It's
should have
like a
left
different
them
style. It's not like too similar, but
right. So you know what I'm talking about. Purple and people.
mhm.
I don't even think I
Yep.
really need to show video or picture unless you were born like yesterday. Uh, Purple Mountains, both the white and the purple jerseys. I can't even pick between those two. Those were so dope to me. The design, um, kind of, I love them, man. My opinion, they were super dope. Malone and Stockton made them classics. So those are my number one, man. And we can get into a
Yeah.
little bit of honorable mentions. Um, to me, man, I'm just gonna go down my list real quick, and then you can respond with some of yours too if
Mhm.
you have some. Orlando Magic, Tracy McGrady days, specifically like the blue ones, the white ones were nice
Yep.
too. Yellow specific Supersonics, the
Ooh.
yellow,
Yes.
like the Supersonic uniforms. The black Chicago Bulls when they had MJ, the black
Hmm.
alternates. The ones with the lines on them, not just all black, the ones with like the white lines, like kind of shaded. Those were
Hmm.
dope to me. Uh Gold Washington Wizards from the Gilbert Arenas days.
Yes.
The alternates for the Wizards. Those were super nice when they had Gilbert Arenas, Lance Stevenson, players like that. Um, and even like to me the white home Wizards when they had Michael Jordan. I like those for some reason. I don't know why. Those were cool to me. Um, and specifically going back to the jerseys, the red Miami Heat. You know,
The
peop
Miami one.
yeah, no, yeah, it was just a logo, just the shirt.
Yeah.
It was literally the
Oh,
shirt.
gotcha.
So just the white Miami Heat logo and the shirt like this. It was all red.
Mm,
Now they had all white. I think they had all blacks in those too. And those were kind of controversial when, teams were wearing those for like Christmas Day or in the
yeah,
early
I
2010s.
remember that.
Yeah, they were they were uh they were fun at the time. I don't think they should ever bring them back. But specifically the red Miami Heat jerseys, I really like those. Um, and then yeah, I think and I think you mentioned it earlier, but I kind of retorted with the current away teal Hornets jerseys. LaMelo Ball's making it look dope.
Mm,
I like the way they look. I like the modern look. So
mm.
those were my honorable mentions. So you got any
Yeah.
more, brother? You got any more you
Yeah,
off the
no,
top of your
you
head?
you knocked it. The Jazz one is like it's so tough because there's so many jerseys and histories and it's just some you just forget about. And when you mention it, I'm just like, I should have
Yeah,
mentioned that. At least honorable mention it.
yeah.
Some other honorable mentions you could even say the Lakers, 80s, the 90s, the gold,
Oh yeah,
Showtime jerseys. Those are just iconic, what
of
people would
course.
love to wear. Another honorable mention, when Wade's final year with Miami, they had the black Vice City jerseys that say Miami. Those were hot too. It's there's so many great jerseys out there, and I think we nailed it with the ones
I
that
think
we
we
picked.
did. I think if you could agree to this, maybe we just agree to this on air. Next episode should be. I know we had some other topics on tap too,
Mhm.
but we should do like bottom five worst jerseys ever. We should do that
Oh yeah,
to
that
counter. That would be fun.
yeah, that one would be fun. I agree.
I think that would be more fun than this. Maybe I think.
There's been
So
some bad jerseys out there.
there have been some really bad ones, but we did the really good ones this episode. So, absolutely, this is going to be on YouTube. So, everyone that's watched this, thank you for obviously for watching. Um, make sure you subscribe, like. If you dislike it, cool, that too. I just appreciate you taking time out to watch this. If you're here at the end, obviously, really appreciate it. If you're watching this, comment some of your favorite jerseys. We want to hear from you guys. Comment your top fives or just give me one or two, maybe ones that we didn't mention at all. We mentioned about probably like 20 to 25 with the honorable mentions combined. So I would love to hear some of your guys that maybe we forgot. I try to do my research, try to remember almost every single good jersey that I could remember. But this is the beauty, man. Everyone has different opinions. Would love to hear your guys in the comments. Get
Of
at me
course.
on Twitter at Rojas_media_. You can let me know on there. You can let Yaz know as well at YazDog99 on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
Even get us on Instagram. On Instagram, Rojas Media is at Rojas_media. So let us know there. So this was an episode of NBA Talk. And until next time, guys, thank you for listening.